Welcome to Press Play. My name is Exonovant.
And I'm Dormouse03, and on today's show, we're going to be checking out the latest trailer for Dark Souls 3 called Darkness Spreads.
Is it gonna be anything? Hold on. Is it gonna be anything else? They might do something at the end. Oh, we done joined the conversation.
It's coming.
Got the soundtrack coming out too.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. All right.
I feel like there's so much happening in that just like your brain can't hardly process it.
That was a fantastic 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
It felt like 30 seconds.
Jeez. It is so much more like energetic and fast paced, and there's just so much more going on. I mean, it's definitely like Bloodborne 2.0, you know. It feels that way anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something that I noticed from this and from other stuff that they've put out, that it looks like it moves a lot faster. Like your character moves a lot faster, the enemies move a lot faster. So it's definitely a change.
Like, I was a fan. I've always been a fan of, and I don't want to get too much into graphics, but you know, in terms of like textures and all that stuff. But I was a fan of the way that they did Demon Souls, Dark Souls. But for me, when I got to Dark Souls 2, I wasn't happy with like the character models. I'm not saying the graphics. I'm saying just the way it was presented, the design some of the design choices that they took. The
like
game
the style.
Yeah, the game was great, but like, I don't know, I just couldn't get into the, because the character models were different. It just felt different, and this feels more or less what I'm looking to get. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think that like, and I didn't play Demon Souls, but Dark Souls 1 had it was like darker.
It was.
It had a more dark, harsh, I want to say, feel to it. And Dark Souls 2, it felt a little bit more light and shiny and
yes.
sort of soft around the edges. It had a softness to it that I think that the first one didn't have. And this one definitely feels like it's more in that dark, harsh, sharp edges kind of vibe. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah. It just felt like it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it didn't feel like a Dark Souls game, because it obviously did, but with the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. But I remember waking up in things betwixt going, what game am I playing? Like, it felt a little bit foreign at first, right? Just the way the game was visually presenting itself. And I got used to it as I played, obviously, and I, kind of rolled with the punches. But initially, it was jarring for me.
Right.
And Bloodborne, even though it obviously has a kind of a different feel to it as well, it felt more like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1. And it's almost like Dark Souls 2 is kind of the one that's just kind of out there by itself in terms of the way that it was presenting itself, design-wise.
Right.
But when I see this obviously resembles a lot of Bloodborne, which I loved. So we're getting back into that level of, like I said, I don't want to say graphics, but design choices that I'm happy about. And then the music.
Yeah, the music was fantastic.
The music was perfect. Like when it first showed the city or whatever it was. I'm not sure. I haven't did any research on this game because I like to stay away from that stuff. But whatever kingdom they're going to be in this time around, when that happened, I was like, oh. And the music just fit perfectly to it.
Like when I was watching it, I was looking at like what it was saying, that when the fire has gone out, only embers remain, embrace the darkness, that kind of thing. I'm wondering if this is going to be farther forward in the timeline, because you know that like Lordran from Dark Souls 1 was supposed to be before, like in time, kind of at least a semi-long period of time, I guess, before Drangleic of Dark Souls 2. And so I'm wondering if we're going to have another jump in time, or if it's going to be stuck somewhere in the middle or something. Because it sounds like, you know, obviously, like just the lighting, it was a darker game than the others, which I think is cool. And that's something that I like about the Souls series overall, is that the design of their cities matches the tone and themes that they have going throughout the game, which I think is very cool. I like the way that the gameplay and lore / story, if we want to call it story, of the game they complement one another, and I think that it looks like, at least from what we saw, that it's going to do that here.
Yeah. Like I said, I never really got into. I guess Dark Souls is one of those franchises that I play, one of the very few that I'll play without necessarily paying too much attention to the story. Like I strictly play it just for the challenge of going through the game. But no, you could be right. I mean, it's definitely going to be part of that, because it is, you know, part of the Souls trilogy.
Right.
And I know that they've said about that they still are planning on doing more Souls games after this, but maybe they're leaving this world, supposedly, this type of atmosphere that they're in. They're going to do something completely different, supposedly, if they do another one. So yeah, it probably is going to be somewhere in that timeline. I just don't know where yet. We got our dragon. I'm looking at it again now, 55 seconds in, the dragon.
Yeah,
love the dragons. There's always that dragon that's you can't get across the bridge, or you can't get past an area because he lights you up.
it looked like we had the character models look very similar, like in I guess do you want to say tropes, or the boss types or enemy types?
Yeah.
To Dark Souls 1 and 2, you got your like tall, skinny ones. You got the big, heavy ones with like the hammer. You know, your Smo type.
Yeah, a lot of the same. Like I'm looking at minute 21 in now. You've got the sunlight spear. You've got the mace. I mean, a lot of these weapons and stuff. There's stuff we've seen. Like I'm not seeing anything new in this particular trailer that that we haven't necessarily already seen, but obviously it's just done better. It just looks so good, man. This was a really good trailer, and I want to say this is the second reveal for this game, like the second trailer, I want to say.
Trailer. Yeah, because they had one at E3.
Yeah. But this game looks fantastic. So I'm stoked. I'm stoked about this one. The hype train is real for me on this one about right now. And then you get the soundtrack too. I know in Bloodborne you got the soundtrack, and it was fantastic, man. So if they do anything close to that in this for music, it's gonna be awesome. April 12th.
Yeah, April 12th. I mean, I think that's a sort of perfect release time, because really not much is happening around that time, and it gives you a couple of months.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there are a few things coming out in May, maybe, but
this is one of those games that if you're a hardcore Dark Souls player, especially if you play multiple builds, this is something
you aren't going to be playing anything else till the end of the year.
Yeah, this is something that'll carry you into the summer, easy.
Yes.
Especially if you're Twitch streaming or something like that. I mean, those guys will tear it up. So I'm happy that this guy. I hope it doesn't get pushed back. I hope it is a firm April 12th. it feels like it is.
Right. I mean, I don't think they've ever set out a release date and then said, nah, we're going to push that back about 6 months.
Yeah, that never happens in the gaming industry. Well, I thought it was great. I thought it was good. You got anything else you want to add?
I think we're good. I mean, it looks awesome.
Phenomenal.
It looks like Dark Souls 3. You know, there's nothing there tells me makes me worried.
Nah, not me either. Now, of course, they're giving us their best, but these guys have never let me down, man. These guys put up some good work, so I'm happy with this. So thanks for tuning in, guys, to another episode of Press Play. We'll see you guys in the next one.